Hello and welcome to Death Must Die, and welcome to a Kront build using the sign of the Meteor, where I trade all my armor for attack damage. As you can see, I'm starting with 445% attack damage, which is pretty insane, but the trade-off is 0% damage reduction from armor, which means this is the pure definition of a glass cannon build. And in my mind, this is a build that I find very fun. Like the idea of it is extremely fun, but I have mixed feelings because I don't think the survivability is good enough to actually be able to beat difficulty 30 in a good way. Maybe if I'm like really lucky, but not consistently in any way. Okay, let's gonna go with wisdom here, just because having that experience increase is really huge. Having extra level is always gonna be big. But anyways, what I was saying, mixed feelings. This is the sixth or seventh time I'm attempting to do this build, and I keep dying like at the 15-16 minute mark when the... Oh my god. This here is too early. If I choose this now, nothing's gonna happen. And I don't want... Or should I just get this? Weekend, less damage? Let's just get this. I haven't tried this. As I was saying, I keep dying on the like 16 minute mark. So I'm gonna try a little bit of a different approach now. I'm gonna be trading much more attack power for survivability, because I've been kind of going super hard into survivability, into attack damage on my last runs, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a trade-off this time, because like even with a trade-off... Oh my god, what is happening here? Enemies take more damage for each status they have applied. I'm not gonna be doing statuses with this build. This probably looks insane, but I'm gonna alterate away from this because I don't want winter. I want Mort. But yes, okay, let's go with the blue sickles. Like that there probably looked insane to you to like not choose a legendary blessing, but that's just because I don't see what it would do for this build. There's not gonna be lots of statuses. Of course, I'm gonna be doing weekend to... Oh, maybe that was a mistake. But it would mean that I would be locked to winter, and I don't want that.
The future.
Okay, more wisdom. What I do want though, I want Lady Justice for all her survivability blessings. I want to have Mort for damage with sickles, because sickles is one of the few, if not maybe the only blessing that scales with attack damage, at least as far as I'm concerned. And since they scale with attack damage, it means they're gonna be doing a lot of damage, seeing as this, like with this blessing or with this perk, you have easily the potential to reach into like the thousands on attack damage. But the only problem, as I've said, having high attack damage doesn't keep you alive, especially with 0 damage reduction, which is why I'm gonna have to do trades-offs this time. Oh, time rewind. Yes. I'm probably gonna need something like that to actually survive. And I'm wondering what is happening right now. I've had 2 legendary offers, or 3 legendary offers in how many levels? 7 levels? This has to be like the ultimate RNG build. Or RNG run. Almost one-shotting the shielders. I've had runs attempting this where I have been one-shotting them because I've had so high attack damage early. Of course I'm a little lower now, but like I'm still doing very decent damage.
Which way?
Like this isn't bad damage at all. I think I'm gonna go with life here. Just, again, as I've said, trading survivability for damage is gonna be crucial. I am a little worried though, because I don't think the damage that I currently have is gonna be enough to deal with. Like I'm gonna easily be dealing with the gargoyles, because they are not that hard anyways, you can easily dodge them. But the slime wave that's coming in, I'm a little worried about, I have to say. But we'll see. We'll know soon enough. By the way, this here experience gain scales with this. So your passive experience actually also increases from having extra XP gain. Which is why I will very often choose to have passive XP. Because it gives, I'm pretty sure it gives you a few levels over the course of a run. And having like 2 or 3 extra levels by the end of a run is extreme power increase. It's an extreme power increase. And even though life is good here, I'm gonna go with evasion. Because that's just another way to like decrease the damage I take. I think that gives me like 12%, 13% evade with one perk, one blessing. Which in my eyes is good. Merciful Strike, that takes us up to 805 attack damage. And we weaken enemies. Which I'm not 100% sure if it works on bosses. It should, right? Yeah, it has to work on bosses. Because even the what's it called? Consecration? Is that the name that Lady Justice has? That stuns enemies that try to attack you, or has a chance to stun. That works on bosses. It worked on the Necromancer during my last run.
Snip, snip, snip.
Go with life here. Again, survivability. Max life. Yes, max life. That takes me up to 236 life. Really hoping to see a few Lady Justice offers soon, so I can get my survivability up even more. Okay, there's the gem high. I'm gonna need that as well. I feel like it's a really, like a bit of a cliche to pick gem high, because it kind of goes into all builds almost. But for this build here, I really wanted to deal with the large slime waves, because all those damage, they're gonna be a little rough for me to deal with. I don't really want much more time right now, but I do want better sickles. Gem high is really gonna help me deal with slime waves, because those are rough when you don't have much AoE. So getting that attack speed to just negate all the damage they're gonna deal to me is gonna be very good. Okay, so we're gonna see the Ghost Elite very soon. And that is another enemy that scares me a little bit, because when you're a melee character like Kront, it's actually kind of hard to like stay out of her damage. Evasion. Because she comes really close to you and her attack is super fast. So it is harder than it looks to dodge her attack often. Which is why I find her to be rather scary. You're gonna see the gargoyles now. I'm not gonna have any issues dealing with them, because their attacks are so easy to dodge and I have very high attack damage. And I say they're easy to dodge just as I fail to dodge it. But I'm always gonna take some damage. That's always gonna happen. As you can see, the damage I'm doing now is good. And I just evaded, which means the evasion blessing has already paid off. It gets paid off big time. See if I can get some... Oh, there it is, the protection. That's gonna be pure attack damage for me. I should probably have gone with heal per second. The heal per second blessing instead. Oh, divine shield. Like I just want to have basically at least level 1 in almost every lady blessing, no, lady justice blessing, just to like have all that damage negation it gives. So I think I'm gonna, every time I see a new one from now on, I'm gonna pick it, and then I'm gonna start leveling the other ones up afterwards. Because I'm really worried about this build, but at the same time, like in my mind, it just sounds like maybe like one of the most fun builds possible in the game. Just a super glass cannon build, but it means you're gonna have to get your survivability from other places. Upgrade sickles to expert, that's gonna be really good damage. Because now the sickles deal 77% of my damage, which is pretty much. I haven't passed 1,000 yet, but I am going to. I know for a fact that I can easily pass 1,000% with this build. Okay, let's go and deal with this skeleton. I really hate this guy. And he can be more dangerous than he looks because he shoots so many projectiles and they deal pretty much damage. Merciful Strike. Ooh, yes, I'm gonna get the upgrade anyway, so let's get more healing for now. I'm gonna get the Merciful Strikes at some point anyways. It's almost a guarantee seeing as I have it. Getting more healing is going to be crucial, because I'm pretty sure that if I start the Necromancer fight that's going to start in roughly 5 minutes, I'm going to be shit out of luck. Because the Necromancer fight is rough when you're a close range melee fighter like this. Because if you're close to him, if you're close to the Necromancer when he does his fireball attack, then you have a big chance of, like, I think it's 10 fireballs or 8 fireballs, and there's a big chance each fireball will hit you, like every single one of them, and that can, in some cases, be like a full-on one-shot. Okay, that's... Oh, time field, I think that I had a choice for that before. The time field is basically gonna be my lifesaver once we get to the homing missiles at minute 16. Reprisal here. Hope I can get some more luck. Reprisal is really good because it stuns enemies when they attack you. Or has a chance to anyways, which is why I want to hopefully get some more luck so it activates faster or more often. And in my last run it actually activated on the Necromancer. For some reason I had an idea that those kinds of like effects wouldn't proc on bosses, but I'm wrong. They can. They actually can. I don't know why I thought that, it's just for some reason I did. And by the way, I just have to say that on my last attempt I got the Hydra staff that has like insane... Oh. Yeah, so let's just banish Necromancy and take Execution. I do kind of want the Ravens, but I think it's a little bit too late to get Ravens and Mayhem now, because I don't think the Ravens are going to be able to kill too many enemies. And since I don't have the Mort attack, Deadly Strikes, or whatever it's called, I'm not gonna be activating Curse too much, so I don't think Mayhem will do me too much good. Although it would increase my attack damage by a lot. Let's just get the Ravens now in case we get Mayhem. Like this late in a run, I don't think getting Ravens and Mayhem is gonna like give me much, but it's gonna give me something. It's not gonna be a waste. I hate when I hear the shield sound. You only hear a little ding. That's when the shield activates. That's more luck, which means hopefully more stuns. That's even more luck? No, it's not. The luck shrines, they kind of look the same, but they're a little bit smaller.
Time's out.
Let's go with the healing. I think maybe Divine Shield could have been a better choice, but it's hard to know. It's gonna be marginally anyway. What worries me is that my attack damage right now isn't even enough to one-shot these. Okay, there's Mayhem, so let's see if we can get a little, maybe a few percentages from it, but I'm not gonna keep my hopes up. I don't think that's actually gonna be much worth it as a choice. Not this late anyways. Let's get Force since we have Gem High, just to get a few more pickups. Like if I had gotten a better blessing, like if I had had more luck with my blessings, I should have been able to get like way over 1000% on my attack damage right now, which would easily mean one-shotting these. At least I'm fully healed right now, which is gonna help me for the Necromancer. But then again, I am gonna get a Ghost Elite before the Necromancer, and that Ghost Elite has the potential to basically take away all my health. Especially since my attack damage is way lower than it potentially could be. That's just gonna do Merciful Strikes here. That takes me over 1000. But I'm struggling to kill these, which is surprising to me. Bigger chance for a reprisal, gonna be big. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Going to the Withering Tree was a big mistake. I don't need any of this. Or I have all the skills I want, right? So I could just go for the Engulf. Yes, let's just go for Engulf, because I'm pretty sure I have all of the blessings that I want. One problem with taking Engulf there is I take away my chance of getting like more Master or Legendary blessings. My damage for the Necromancer is really low right now. So the strategy for dealing with the Necromancer... Oh, Reprisal just activated. The strategy for dealing with the Necromancer is get close, deal damage, leave, and then dodge through his fireball. It's basically the only way I can deal with him, because if I'm too close, there's a big chance he'll hit me with all of his fireballs. Like if I'm super close. So this helps. I have to say, I'm pretty satisfied with my survival then. That's better survivability than I've had for a few runs on the Necromancer. And having this time field really helps. I've only gotten a 0.5% from Mayhem. Probably because I have the shitty ravens. I only have blue ravens. And also because I don't have Mort's attack, I have Lady Justice attack. Just go with Alteration Ritual just to like it gives us basically everything. It gives us everything. I hope they maybe buff this sign or this not sign, what's it called? It's called a perk. Because I feel like it's a little bit too weak now. There needs to be more survivability. I'm gonna go with spell duration so that my time shield is up for longer. More attack area gonna be big. Another unique mythic with revival. I've been getting a lot of unique mythics lately. That's a really good one. Having just pure revival on it. I guess I could activate, like equip that for this run. Just so that I know I'll survive. Or at least I can die once. I did, right? Yeah. That's a... Is it bound as well? Yeah, it's bound. So it's bound to Kront now. I do it for the build. My damage is just not good enough. Just not good enough right now. Oh, we are on the homing missiles phase. I am somehow surviving this surprisingly well, I have to say. Like I was much worse off on my last run. Like much worse. Okay, my revival just procced. So I did actually just die then.
Yes.
Let's upgrade the time field. I feel like the time field right now is what is saving me. So I think I can conclude that without the time field, this build is pretty much dead. Oh, I'm in the cage now. Of course, that attack also is really helpful. I do actually think that perhaps the sickles are doing more damage than like my character for this run. I'm at 1000% attack only. Like last run I was at, I think I was closing in on 2500, but then I died on the last wave. So definitely picking all of those survivability options has really helped me. I don't think I would even be close to alive now. Okay, fair enough. I did actually die using a revival. So maybe it just means you need to have at least one revival if you're gonna be able to do this build at all. That is actually really disappointing. I was really excited just now for a minute, and then I remembered that I died and had to use revival. I might still die. These archers are the bane of my existence. I can hear my reprisal proccing a lot. I need to go and deal with these. Okay, I have meteors right now, but I don't think they're gonna help me that much. Thanks to the alteration ritual. And I do think the current amount of health that I have is just not gonna help me kill the Baron at all. Unless I can find some healing, I think I'm gonna be dead on the Baron. I fucking hate that asshole. This is gonna be really interesting. Oh my god, look at the sickles! The amount of damage they do is actually insane. Okay, so I have healing per second, which is gonna help me at least heal a little bit. And I think as long as I can have this shield up during at least most parts of the Baron fight, I might have a chance. But my problem is gonna be like getting close enough to actually deal proper damage to him. Okay, I'm really lucky to get a heal. But there's this asshole, I really need to kill him before the Baron comes. Okay, here we go. This is really scary. Okay, already procced my Divine Shield. That is a really scary attack, and then he does the big one. He does 3 of them, because I'm playing on difficulty 30. I'm not dealing much damage either. But I am dealing damage. Like, I'm not dealing 0 damage, I'm just not dealing much damage. I am taking lots of damage as well. But it could be worse. I could be definitely be taking more damage. I want him to come into the shield. It's a really disappointing build that is taking this long to kill the Baron. Like, I'm not even 50% on his health. But then again, this is the best I've seen with this build. The other times I haven't even gotten here. Look at, like, it's so low damage. Super low damage. Oh, shield just activated. Oh my god, that's not good. I am not playing at my best right now. I think I'm just gonna have to go for the increased damage here if I'm gonna hope to take him down. Oh my god. Okay, so we did it. We actually did it. That is extremely... feels really good. I was actually starting to give up on this build, but it turns out it's possible, but it's painful. Let's have a look at the damage screen here. Let's have a look. I think sickles are gonna be... okay, so really good damage on Merciful Strike, even though I didn't go as high on the attack damage as I hoped, and sickles actually doing insane. I think that's pretty correct with around 90% DPS, so it actually follows pretty close. And as you can see, if I had gotten Ravens earlier, I think my Mayhem would have just shot up in the air, because I only got 4%. That would have got me even more attack damage, which would have most likely increased the DPS of this. Okay, so I don't think I'm ever gonna try this build again unless they buff armor or buff things that will work well with the build. But if you want to do this build, then you need to basically just get every survivability thing from Lady Justice. Sickles scales with the attack damage, so that they are gonna help massively. And hopefully a masterful like strike. Ideally, you would want Mort's attack, and then Birds and Mayhem to just pump your attack damage up. And I was also really unlucky to not find many attack damage shrines around the map. Yeah, I guess that's it. And you need a revival, because I did actually die. Well, I'm gonna start working on my Hydra build with Maris now instead. So if you wanna see that, subscribe and come back later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.